All right, let's take a look at this part of the garden. It looks like I didn't cut the grass for a while, and I didn't in this area, but that's because we're growing watermelons, and that little guy's grown a lot in the last few days. It was a fraction of that size just a few days ago. And we didn't plant this season. You can see it goes out quite a ways. We're just letting, oh, we got another one. We're just letting it sprawl out and just do what nature wants to do, and that's grow. So it started out from a seed from last season. It's not even growing in the bed itself, it's growing right there. And it looks like we've got two out of all of this. We have two, but you never know when you're gonna see more. So let's take a look here. I just see that. Oh, we got one more. 1, 2, 3. 3 melons. We might have more, and you can see I'm letting it just do its thing, and it's coming all the way up there. So let's see what else we got here. We got some weeds, some collard greens. This is asparagus that we've just kind of let go wild, and it obviously it comes back every year. I need to really maintain this. There's another one. What was that, 4? No, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 4. See it there. We got me in here. Oh, looks like we do have one. I'm trying not to step on everything. Did I see one? I thought I did. Maybe not. So 4, 5. This little guy here. So at least 5. Oh, yeah, it's 5. Let's go back around here and see if we've got any over here. So 5. That's doing pretty good for a plant we didn't even intend to grow. Yeah, 5 melons. We'll call it 5. There might be another one hiding in there, but we'll call it 5. So we've been out of town for a couple days, and I haven't watered this yet, so they're looking a little droopy. These guys are doing good. These are tomatoes. We've got some eggplant there, and I can't remember what that one's called. It's something. It's a berry that people use when they get a little bit sick. These guys here are Jerusalem artichokes, also known as fartichokes, because I guess they give you gas. This is some kind of Filipino thing. It's got kind of a sticky taste to it. It's kind of weird. It's kind of gooey and reminds me of what do you call that stuff? Well, anyway, we got peppers, more different kind of peppers, more peppers. This is a lemon or a lime, I can't remember, but we trimmed it back and it just hasn't been the same since. I don't really know how to trim. We just bushwhacked it. So it'll come back, I'm sure, in a couple of years. I did think I saw something on it, no. But we've got our pomegranate here, our one and only pomegranate, right there. So that's cool. And I think there's another one around the other side. These are where the potatoes were, and we still got these little sweet potatoes growing. Potatoes are a great thing to grow. You really can't screw it up. And no, that's it. Bananas are doing all right. I got some weeds in here. I need to get to the bananas. I've actually got a lot of weeds I need to pull. It's kind of the crappy part about this. You never stop pulling weeds. But the bananas they always bounce back every year. And I like them just because they're pretty and the leaves are good. And Mama uses them for cooking sometimes. These are more Jerusalem artichokes. They'll grow. I pulled all of them out of here that I thought, and they just continued. This guy was a transplant that went wrong, and that was completely my fault. I'll pull that out and clean it up. Blackberries are sprawling everywhere, and we did have raspberries in there at one point. Either the blackberries won the fight, or the raspberries just, it wasn't their thing. So This is some oregano, don't ask me what kind. Some kind of lemon that I'm going to probably pull, throw something else. And this is, what do you call it? Rosemary. Smells delicious. I'm not even gonna try and make my way through here. That's the thing, when you have raised beds, give yourself a lot of space. This looks like a lot of space right here, and it's probably, I think, at least 4 feet. If you're growing big stuff that's gonna sprawl out, it's going to not be enough. Unless you don't mind going through just making your way through the bushes pretty much. And we've got our potatoes growing over here, which gives some nice shade for the chickens in the summer. Yeah, really, potatoes in this area, you can really grow them all year. We've got some sugar cane in there as well, kind of popping up over there. They grow really big. For whatever reason, they're not growing that well right now. I've got some, I forget what this stuff's called. What is it called? Taro. And this needs a lot. Taro needs a lot of water. You can see we've got our solar here with the lights. I kind of like that look at night. And girls are saying hi. Let's see. The vines are doing real well. They're really cool how they grow. This guy just made its way through that little hole there, and he's holding on. I think it's so cool. So we got these beans growing, more beans growing. I need a better trellis for this. It would be growing a lot better, and you could see it a lot better. It's just kind of growing out, down and out, as opposed to this one that's got something to hang on to. Now these strawberries are great. One of the things I want to do is, you saw those white towers with the little cups sticking out. Those are hydroponics setups. That was really just a purchase that I regret. But I want, because I just don't like the hydroponics. I like aquaponics, where the fish feed it and they poop and recirculates constantly. That's a great setup. Aquaponics is just not my thing, or hydroponics is not my thing. It's a little more testy with the pH. I'm not a testy kind of pH guy, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. So my plan is, with all of those, is to fill them up with dirt. Keep the large containers that hold the water, just keep those aside and put them empty, but fill those up with dirt and fill them up with strawberries, because strawberries kind of want to be off the ground anyway. And I don't think I'm going to get much for selling those containers anyway, unless somebody wants to buy them. And I'm not really going to advertise it necessarily, but fill those full of strawberries. They'll look very pretty, and we'll get a ton of strawberries. And by the way, you want to grow your own strawberries, because the strawberries from the store are one of the most pesticide-laden products out there. This is okra. That's the other thing I meant to say, the Filipino thing. It said I couldn't remember the name. It has kind of a slimy okra taste to it, those leaves that you saw in the other garden. So a lot of okra. These are going to grow real big. This kind of helps keep the bugs away, although some bugs are eating on it, which is ironic. And this is just an overgrown mess. I've got to deal with this, but I'm focusing on growing plants, and the grass is just going to go. I'll cover it up eventually. This is a different kind of oregano that's an absolute beast. We've got some bees. Bees are back. That's great. Welcome back, guys. Now, remember I was talking about clear yourself a path. This is almost impossible to get through. I mean, you can get through it, obviously, but it's just not. It's not as easy as this right here, just walking through. So we got a lot of tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes, which I like. More peppers. This big tree that used to not be as big when we moved here a few years ago, but it's really doing well. More peppers. Eggplant, very pretty. A weed I need to pull. And this really cool trellis. It's really coming in nice. Flowers just blew up like crazy. They're looking great. I'm not gonna fight my way through that, so we'll go, I don't want to fight my way through that. So we'll go this way. And The weeds, pulling the weeds up in the walkways is never ending. But this, I'll fill in a little more later with some soil. If you're in this area of Florida, it's the best stuff you can get is Black Cow. Beautiful, it's really good stuff. It's pretty spendy, but you really get what you pay for when it comes to garden soil. This is Thai basil. It keeps the bugs away. And there's a couple little bugs eating on it, but it, for the most part, keeps them away from all these guys. We've got this here. Really, this trellis is just blowing up, really taking off. And I'll try and get a side view of it. It's just growing up and over. It's so thick, and it'll get there with the rest of it. But big, beautiful leaves. It's going to grow some good beans, which are these beans right here. Real long. I mean, really long beans. And they're delicious too. And it's in a lot of Asian food. This guy I need to put up here. Maybe it'll stay. I put it up there yesterday. More beans that need a trellis. So ideally what I'll do is we'll probably just, this whole thing next year will be a trellis, and we're gonna grow a lot of beans. Beans are great. Beans and potatoes. If you don't grow anything else, grow beans and potatoes and eat them. Beans, obviously a lot of protein. Potatoes are great to have. These two plants right here are grapes, and they haven't produced any grapes for the 3 or 4 years that we've been growing these grapes here. And this year it exploded. I mean, there's just grapes everywhere. And I'm so glad I didn't give up on these things. I kept watering them even when I just didn't have a lot of faith that they were gonna grow, but I didn't want to give up on them. And they're doing great. That's a tiny little cluster, but they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I'm really happy about that. So here we are, that's it. Oh, and then we've got the pear trees over here. Some ginger over there. Bamboo, just to have bamboo, I don't know why. And then a lot of pears. I mean, this thing's pretty loaded with pears. But this one over here is really loaded with pears. And I mean, that thing's growing pretty tall now. So, just a lot of pears. I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but they're everywhere. This one's doing great. That one's doing good. This one's doing really good. This is nothing. This is one we grew in the dirt, straight into the soil before we had this guy here. This is under construction, has been for a while. But this area in the winter, when it rains, not winter, but in the rainy season, it gets pretty saturated. It was too much water for this to handle, which is why we have these trees up on the, in the raised beds. So this is something that was growing, I can't remember, is it peaches? Nectarines. Nectarines. And hasn't done very well. Kind of died out in the winter a little bit, and these new branches aren't producing anything yet. This is calamansi. It's a little, about that big, and here they are. Kind of like little lemon oranges, kind of. They're pretty good, not super sour. There's a few of them on there, not as much as we have in the past, but it bounces back after every winter. But it dies down pretty hard. This one here, same story as the nectarines. And this is, what is it? I think these are peaches, okay. We did have peaches here last summer. We don't right now, but we will. And then this is what I was talking about earlier, the hydroponic. It's got the base there, and then, don't judge me. This is what it sits in. Pump comes up, pumps it all up, and just trickles down through here. Just trickles down through there. But I don't like it for hydroponics. More of an aquaponics guy, which is the fish, feeding the water and the plants and cleaning it. But I'm gonna take this apart, put dirt in it, stack it, and then grow strawberries for the most part. Might grow a couple herbs that do well in direct sun. I just don't know what those are at the moment. but that's what we're looking at. And we could maximize this yard a lot better if we wanted to grow a lot more food. But it's kind of nice to have a little bit open space too. Now last year, these are weeds, by the way. For whatever reason, I'm just letting them grow. Last year we had a lot of sugarcane growing in here, which provided a lot of shade for the chickens that we had here. This is the coop that we started off with, and it worked out great for about 6 chickens max, because this is not a huge area. But especially if you're going to keep them in there and not let them roam, which we don't have a rooster. We're not going to get a rooster because I'm in the neighborhood and I don't want to upset anybody. But we started off with this, quickly realized we need a bigger one. So we have this set up here, which is fantastic. And we've had up to about 50 chickens here in the past. For a little while there, a couple weeks ago, we had chickens mysteriously dying. And I traced it down to more than likely being a snake. We had lost about 6 chickens in just about a week maybe. And so I went in the coop, put down a lot of snake deterrent powder. The chickens can't get to it, and even if they could, it wouldn't hurt them. But haven't had the snake problem since. So that's a good thing. Hopefully that's stopped. But if you have snakes, or if you have chickens, and you live in a snake-prone area, you're more than likely going to have a snake problem at some point. And you're definitely going to have a rodent problem of some kind as well. So before you even have that problem, put out rat poison, to be honest with you. But don't put it out where your chickens can get it to it. We put it under the coop where really nothing can get it to it, like the dogs, pets, nothing like that. But the rats do, and the rats die. So you don't want rats, you don't want rodents, you don't want snakes. Unfortunately, the snakes don't eat that, but they do try and eat a chicken head, and that doesn't go well for the chicken. They end up letting it go. So this is a strange little plant here that's growing. Charlotte loves these things. Really weird. Oh, hey, girls. They're always saying hi. So that's what's going on here, and if you're not growing food, grow food. It's just a wonderful thing to do. You'll enjoy the process. It really kind of connects you to arguably our ancestral primal stuff. And this is moringa. It doesn't do well here in the winter, but it always comes back. And that's pretty cool. This is actually growing off of an old moringa. This is the branches of an old moringa tree that died away, and they just always want to bounce back. They always want to bounce back. It's pretty cool. The next time I'm going to bring it inside, at least on the porch or something. But that's what's going on, and back to grow food. You won't regret it, especially with geopolitics and everything going on, and potential food shortages, or very at best, just more prices. We're going to see higher prices, especially in 2027 and beyond. So grow food if you're not already growing food. It's a smart thing to do.